Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. How are you today? Morning, good afternoon, good evening, and daily crumbs help you along your way. Today, what we hope so anyway. Peace, peace. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of the day this is for you, and welcome to the Daily Crumb with me, iwishhewouldhavejusthitme, Jackie Clay, your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman, host Christianica, Christica, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here too. How grows it with you? Hey, hey, hey. It's a Friday. Friday. Let your freak flag fly Friday. A free flowing Fridays. I don't know, a feeling good Friday. Oh no, what's up for you? What's up for you? Hey, hey, hey. And then there, no bold, invincible VIP day. Yeah, it's going to be Fridays. Every Friday from 11 till 2 for me in this Eastern time zone. And today I have another call. It's going to be in the middle of it, but it's been trying to talk with this person for a while now. So I'm glad I've got this call in the middle of it, but I'll be able to jump back to World Invisible class. And then for all other things, I won't be scheduling them in at this time because I'm going to give it my all. I got back to my story. I finished typing up another journal just yesterday over the last 3 days. So talking to my Jenny, sharing with her my experiences. I'll help me get back into that book because it needs to get out there. So, because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I wish he would have just hit me is the book that I'm working on right now. So if there's stories, if you've ever felt like that, and in any relationship, it says he, but it's they, she, whatever. There's that abuse that isn't always so obvious that underlying the psychological, the emotional, the spiritual abuse, the financial abuse, all that is devastating, quite devastating, and lasts longer than physical abuse. I don't know, these are the stories that I've heard too, and even ones where I've been in circles when the women have been brutally beaten, and they say, I'd take the beating over the emotional stuff, you know, and some of us going, well, me, I wish you would have just hit me, then it would have been so very clear. But as I'm reading through these journals, I could see it. But I got caught up because, oh, it was like my mother. And so kind of we miss those because we're all going to repeat those relationships. That's a human being, part of the human journey. They're imprinted into our little primal brain there. Are those first relationships imprinted? So we're going to see those repeated in our lives in different relationships throughout our lives, intimate ones and friendships, whatever. So that's why it's so important then to look at, begin within. And what did that little grow through? What did that little learn about relationships? Oh no. What's that all said to you, beautiful beings? Here, let's dive into a card now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Well, we got self-care for today, especially after growing through these things. Okay. That was the three that flipped, but just one. Plus one. Reflection. Reflection. We got the reflection happening there. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's it say? All right, thanks for reading to me today. When I loved myself enough, I began leaving whatever wasn't healthy. This meant people, jobs, my own beliefs and habits, anything that kept me small. My judgment called it disloyal. Now I see it as self-loving. Kim McMillen. Take a few moments to reflect on ways you loved yourself today, or how can you love yourself today? What did you leave behind that wasn't healthy? That's 45. See, that is our best defense too against others, is to know ourselves and to love ourselves. That's the biggest, best defense that we have against this narcissistic type abuse, emotional, whatever, those ones that want to manipulate you and that play mental mind apps on you and all that kind of stuff. That's our greatest defense, is to know ourselves and to love ourselves, to know that we are worthy, because then we're not looking outside for somebody to complete us. Know that we're whole and complete, and we're not looking for somebody to complete us. We're not looking for that whirlwind romance and whatever, because we know we have it in here. So we're in relationships. So because we want them, not because we need them, not because we just need to have another warm body, not because we keep fearing of being alone, or anything like that. We get into them and we value those relationships because they're reciprocated, they're mutual, they're congruent, and it's the same. It's both give and receive, both give and receive, right? And it's balanced in different ways. It's not like I give you a dollar, you give me a dollar, It's like I give you a dollar, you give me some time for something else, right? It's not always in the same eye for eye kind of a thing, whatever that is for you. I don't know, what's that for you? Oh, little kitty, you get down from there, little Indy. Little Indy wants to get outside and get the squirrels over there, but she can't get out the window. But she's hopping up on things that are breakable. Here we go. So how can you love yourself today and know yourself, right? Because then when we know ourselves within, those ones without can't fool us again, though they may try, though they may try. When we know who we are, we're not going to go ask everybody else who we are, because we know who we are. Check in, check up, right to the source. Who did you make me to be? Not like, because remember, those reputations are based on everybody else. Everybody's going to see you in a different way, in a different light. So for who you are to them, for the role you play in their story, in their life, whatever that is. But you're in your life, you be the star. Well, no, I think source is my star. I just follow along with that. So I'm nothing without that. Build up that confidence. I don't know. What is that for you? What is that for you? How can you love yourself today? What is it that you have taken on? What are those beliefs that have not served you and that have hurt you even more? And where did those come from? I don't know. I don't know. What's that for you? It's time to look at that. And what hasn't been healthy? What do you keep hanging on to? Right? What are you scrutinizing to little bits that you're not even making the move? Oh no, what is that for you? Are you like, oh, criticizing every little thing about you? And how well has that worked for you? Try loving yourself and see what happens. We respond better to love than we do to that criticism. So do plants and all that, right? It's time for that rebirth, to let go, death and rebirth. And we're releasing, getting back to knowing that we are full. We are loved completely as we are. There's no secret in that. Oh no. What's that for you? What's the secret you keep to yourself? And I like to say any adult that gets a child to keep a secret is not a safe adult. Okay? That's right. Even for presents and gifts and stuff like that. Okay? No, kids aren't great at keeping secrets. Anyways, so don't require kids to keep secrets. All right, let's train them. Let's train them in that. That's the truth, always. The truth, always. And if we have surprise parties, we don't share that with the kids. They can be surprised too. They love it. Okay? All right, all right. It's not just my humble opinion. Yeah, yeah, okay. That's my opinion. I'm not the only one. Anyways, here we go. That's most singles. What smoke mingle? We can make a Oh, wait up. Look at all these totems that want to help us here today. And the totem underneath that one too. Yeah, still. Okay, let's see what the totem is under the rebirth there. That horse, that's our power. That in power, not the overpower. In power, within, right? That we have that. Look at that. What's our intentions? Two, 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 two. Live the honest and true, to be our authentic selves, to break up with those secrets, to be unsilenced. Uh, it's Natalie Chiltern. That's her book on silence. It's so beautiful. So, anyways, here we go. What's that intention? To connect with spirit, source first. One, two, three. Check in, check up, right? Comes from that source. Love God, love self, love others, right? Love others, love your neighbor as yourself. So It begins within, right? With that source loving us unconditionally always. Just wants us to call it, just wants that personal relationship with us. And we build on that, start it with that, right? Because when we love the way that our Creator loves, wow, if only we could love the way our Creator loves. You know, love covers a multitude of sins. Oh no, what's that for you? What's that for you, beautiful beings? Do you connect in with the spirit first, with that soul, with the divine, and then move from that space, right? Are you guided by love or driven by fear? Well, okay, if you're going to be driven by fear, fine. Make it fear of the Lord. Why fear what man can do? Fear who created man. That makes some more sense. I don't know. What's that for you? What is the things that you're believing? How is that working for you? And how can you love yourself more today? Right? And then every day, love yourself. There's that song. I love you more today than I did yesterday. I will love you more tomorrow than I did today. Oh, whoa. I think it's a remake of an old song or something like that, but I love that. I've always loved that saying. I love you today more than yesterday. Well, not even half as much as I'm gonna love you tomorrow. All right, let's do that for ourselves too. Okay, it all begins within and let that ripple out. All right, beautiful beings, what does that all say to you? Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world needs you. Just to be you, fully, holy, and true. Don't let this world miss out and all that's you. So glad that you're here. I'm so glad you choose to stay every day. Let's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. Make this another one for lesson 30. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay.